On Tuesday, Bill Barr's Justice Department, they're moving to replace Trump's legal team with government attorneys in his defamation defense against author E. Jean Carroll, who, of course, she's the woman last year who accused him of raping her in a New York department store in the mid-90s. So she just came forward again in June of 2019 with her account of the rape, and where she said, and President Trump denied it so much in the way that you would expect him to deny it, even though there's a picture of them together in 1987. He claimed that he never even met her. So let's go to the story about how this went down. So in her suit, Ms. Carroll accused Mr. Trump of defaming her by publicly stating in an interview with the Hill newspaper in June of last year, right when the story broke, in the Oval Office, that the assault never happened and that he couldn't have raped her because she was, quote, not my type. No, so if I read that quote and I didn't say Donald Trump said it, I wonder what percentage of the American public would say. That sounds like something Donald Trump would say when someone accuses him of something like this.
Oh, absolutely. It's nothing but just some kind of, rape myth, the thought that rape has anything to do with attraction, and also just sleazy comment. So Donald Trump
works. So as we fast forward to now, after that denial of the allegations, and after the way he did it, E. Jean Carroll has put forward a defamation suit because he was lying. Well, she's claiming that he's lying, and so she's putting forward a defamation lawsuit. And so in this defense, it's so far been carried out by his private attorneys. So next, from the New York Times, in a highly unusual legal move, lawyers for the Justice Department said in court papers that Mr. Trump was acting in his official capacity as president when he denied ever knowing Ms. Carroll, and thus he could be defended by government attorneys, which in effect will be underwritten by taxpayer money. So there's lots of things that are surrounding this. First of all, and the way people are talking about it is, what? So the Department of Justice is looking to take over for Trump's private attorneys to defend him against this defamation lawsuit for this rape allegation from the mid-90s that surfaced in 2019 with multiple women who corroborated her story because she told them immediately after. So there's lots of layers to this, but right now, what the Trump team wants to do right now is take the Department of Justice as his personal attorneys in this defamation suit. Am I losing my mind, Adrian?
No, JR, you're not losing your mind at all. The reason that everybody keeps saying, oh, this is weird, it's because it's completely and totally shady, and I can't say that it's legal at all. I don't know that there's anything illegal about it. It will depend on how the judge rules. But as you've noted, Trump is essentially getting a legal team at our defense, or at our expense, as the taxpayers. And then on top of that, Trump is claiming that he was acting in his official capacity as president when he denied ever having met E. Jean Carroll or ever having raped her, essentially. And so that means that if he's able to have DOJ intervene, that it means that they're gonna have to change its entire case, and it could be the end of it, because the government can't be sued for defamation, and Trump is officially the government. So this is a way for Trump to try to get rid of this case and also delay it, since we know that the judge had given E. Jean Carroll permission to go ahead and depose him and also to get his DNA before the election.
Yeah, so again, this story has so many layers. Now we're talking about the motivations behind Trump's move to do this, because there's some speculation as far as money. The speculation as far as delaying it is absolutely, I don't think, up for question at all. Because even if it moves to this federal level, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it would also have to shift the location of this whole thing, which of course is another delay. So the push is to make sure, always remember this, in my opinion, everything Donald Trump does is centered around him trying to win re-election. So if this is a hindrance to him, or if he thinks it makes him look bad, he's gonna do everything in his power to delay it past that point so that he can continue to do whatever he's doing, or just not have to own up for anything that he's ever been involved in. So as you mentioned, I'm gonna go to that next quote. The motion also effectively protects Trump from any embarrassing disclosures in the middle of this campaign for re-election, as I was just talking about. A state judge issued a ruling last month that potentially opened the door for Mr. Trump being deposed in the case before the election in November. And Ms. Carroll's lawyers have also requested that he provide DNA sample to determine whether his genetic material is on a dress that Ms. Carroll said that she was wearing at the time of the encounter. So these two pieces of involvement Trump would have to take part in if it continues on the way it goes. And I believed yesterday, Tuesday, was the deadline for when he had to either put up or do something else about it or appeal or any of those things, which he loses appeals all the time. So the move now is, let's try this outward, out of the way move to make sure it gets delayed even further. I hate to say it feels like it's an admission of not necessarily guilt, but definitely trying to avoid the truth. So if you're not submitting any of the evidence that they're requesting, in order to get to the bottom of this, why not?
Exactly, and that's Trump's kind of MO, is either deny, 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 lie, 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 or go ahead and delay. And that's what he is doing here by virtue of the fact that he's trying to have DOJ lawyers step in, because this is a motion to intervene, which means the court has to approve it or deny it. And the court is likely gonna deny this motion, and then Trump is going to try to appeal it in the middle of the case. It's more delay and more taking of time that's unnecessary, as opposed to just answering E. Jean Carroll's discovery request by providing the DNA and sitting for a deposition. This is very Trump-esque. That's all it is. Trumpian, Trump-esque, and very fascist by using our resources as we the people to litigate his private rape defamation lawsuit.
Yeah, ironically, Trump is not exposing, but he's definitely utilizing all the things in our justice system that take so long. So they wait till the last minute to do something like this because it's another delay. So this is the guy who's always complaining about red tape, or Republicans in general, red tape, the swamp, the way that our system works. We can't get things through. I know I do things faster. He's this end all be all of anything that's bad and slow, but he's also utilizes it all. Of course, only to his own assistance for himself.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.